Damn an intro, I'm getting right into it. A friend sent me this video and I'm completely outdone. A woman is walking outside, lots of people are around, and there's a maniacal, unhinged super roach following her, yelling obscenities at her, threatening to expire her, and demanding she respond to his compliments the way he deems fit. There are a lot of people around and no one is intervening or trying to calm this hood rat blurred at all. From what I can tell, he feels slighted because she wasn't attracted to him nor interested in his compliments. I'm very familiar with their compliments as I was on the receiving end not too long ago. A guy told me, "Your titties look good in that sweater." I told him to shut the fuck up talking to me, which is my right to do. I mean, my breasts look good in anything I wear. And I don't want to be spoken to like that. I didn't feel complimented, I felt sexually harassed. And I don't want to hear the old, "it's only creepy or offensive because he's ugly" foolery because this guy is physically attractive. This was not about complimenting me, wanting me to feel good, or any of that. It was about lust. He needs to take it over there somewhere I'm not interested. He insists on telling me, "just take the compliment." I tell him to shut the fuck up again. I'm not about to explain anything to this full-grown adult. He's older than me. He tries to apologize without actually apologizing, offering to buy me drinks. I tell him I'm not drinking anything on the specials list. "Order whatever you want. Put your whole tab on my tab." I didn't say anything else to him and definitely didn't let him buy my drinks. I take my apologies in cash, not drinks. Guys need to reserve their compliments for their women and their mamas. See how they respond. Most of us are not interested and we shouldn't have to absorb nonsense and have our lives threatened because we didn't like the compliment. In this video, the woman calls out the male bystanders who are just standing around watching him do this to her for doing nothing. I believe there's a reason they're doing nothing. And if the behavior continues, we're going to see a lot more of this, including from the police. Podcast 10, Everything Around You. Get into this.
I don't so many times, he followed us back up because the line was way back here. We walked past him, and he came back up to continue going at us. And the only reason he redirected his energy is when they came. But it was like walking behind us, getting himself more hyped.
And off we go into the comments. Black woman birthed. She's sounding like the incels. What did she say to him? It would bring some clarity to the situation. Nobody deserves the unnecessary burden or stress of managing someone else's triggers. But sometimes women can be disrespectful or dismissive too. Seems like he's reacting to that. Girl, nothing about this video said anything like that. You are just reaching and grasping for any excuse to blame her because you couldn't blame your king. Heaven forbid. He's going completely berserk and you're still reaching and scraping and scratching for a way to blame this woman. It's incel shit. It's femcel shit. It's pick me shit. Exactly, Chris. What the fuck are you talking about, Jenny? I'll be honest. The only thing that surprised me about this was him having to take any accountability for his actions. Agreed, girl. Agreed, Arthur Clarke. He was dead wrong, but you have to fall back, fam. It seems like you trying to demonize black men. Really? His caption literally just described what happened in the video. He didn't say anything negative about black men. He didn't say anything negative about men in general. He barely, I can't even quite remember, but I don't even think he said anything negative about this guy. He literally just described what happened in the video. And good on you for standing up to him, Chris Evans. They definitely can be that fragile, Vanessa. They definitely can be. We see it every single day. And it's just the way they are. Like, they can't take accountability for anything. They can't separate anything from anything. They can't just look at the facts and just, deal with those facts. They have to try to manipulate. Oh, you're trying to demonize black men. That's their way of deflecting from what's happening. They don't want people to see these things that they do. It's like they want to abuse women in private and then still try to maintain some type of dignity, to the greater masses. And it's it's way too late for that. Like, everybody already knows who y'all are, so you can really stop trying to play this game because nobody's buying it. Nobody cares. Everybody knows you. And, there, you're exactly right. And you know what? There's a reason for that. I'm going to talk about it at the end of this video. It's going to be very brief, but right to the point. There's a reason for that. At least I think. And I'll talk about it in a minute. Look at Eric. You could have saved all of this. You could have saved all of it. Who do they think they're fooling? These are the main people who cannot separate anything from anything that any woman does or that they even make up. They'll put it on every single woman, especially when they're talking about black women. He has a lot of gall doing this. They are the kings of projection, deflection, and manipulation, if you're weak enough to believe them. Here comes all the male, especially black male hate. Just never mind that I too am disgusted by this loose, disrespectful, and unnecessary behavior. Black men, straight men, will somehow be to blame. Well, who the fuck else is to be blamed? Boy, watch it. Watch. It can never just be this guy is unstable and worked hard for his stupid prize, a pair of metal bracelets and a free ride to jail. Boy, bye. Because too many of y'all do that for one. And again, you all are the main ones who do this. You can see a black woman twerking or dating a thug and this is why I can't get a woman. They only like the thugs, the pookies and the Ray Rays. Boy, shut up. Any single thing that any anecdotal thing involving a woman, you motherfuckers are the first ones to assign that thing to every single woman, especially every black woman. Do not even try that. That is like quintessential incel crap. Don't even do it. And I can tell by your profile picture, you are in fact an incel. Bye, Eric. Thank you, Luna. I was waiting for somebody to say it because he's being incredibly disrespectful and scary, and he's demanding that this woman have respect for him. Absolutely not. The Petty Diva. Listen, I agree with Lunar about your comment. Best comment that I read in the entire thread. Absolutely. She did exactly what she was supposed to do, and I'm very proud of her. She stood there, kept her back to him, kept videoing him. Definitely film these people. Definitely film them. Don't engage. She stopped her friend from engaging with him, and she was very, plain about it and very serious. Don't say anything to him. Stop talking to him. Absolutely. She was dead right on that one. And then also making sure she called the cops. That is super important. I can't stand watching black women allow them to manipulate them into not calling police on them. They deserve the police called on them. The police are the only people, well, I don't say the police, but the system is the only thing that stops them from misbehaving. Sad to say, it takes putting the white man on them. It takes putting the white man on them to make them pay their child support, putting the white man on them to prevent them from being a danger to women. It's just the truth. He would have definitely followed her, and he would have definitely attacked her. He was livid. I mean, he talked about putting her on forensic files tomorrow. You know what, Key Lenice? I don't agree with the first thing you said here. Exactly why I just say I'm taken and move on. I mean, if it works for you, that's great, but I don't feel like I should have to lie to anybody just to be left alone. Or if I am taken, I don't feel like I have to disclose any of my personal business just to be left alone. I have to tell you my personal situation or lie to you to keep you from threatening to expire me. You're a stranger and I'm a stranger. How am I pulling out this type of emotion out of you because I didn't accept your compliment? That's insane. I don't agree with that. I feel like I should be able to ignore a guy who gives me a compliment that I don't like or tell him to shut the fuck up. Now the rest, I'm right with you. Self-defense. Weapons, take care of yourself. I've recently joined an arms club. I hope to have an arm by October. I always have pepper spray in my car. I have one on my keychain. I totally agree with you on that. We need to be a lot more proactive about protecting ourselves because sometimes waiting for the police isn't an option. You have to be able to put these dogs down. Yes, take a self-defense class too. I definitely want to get back into that because it's getting ridiculous out here. I like to laugh at them because they're in such a lonely and messed up place right now and they deserve it. But it's turning them into rabid dogs and they need to be put down. JGF, listen, there's a reason for that, I believe. Now the smiling, not so much. That's definitely out of pocket. But honestly, I think I know why this whole I'm not intervening thing is happening. Absolutely repulsed the prototype. Absolutely repulsed. That's exactly where I am right now. You couldn't pay me to date these fools. They're scary. I definitely don't feel safe around them, Pepper, publicly and certainly not privately. Absolutely not. The Big Wazowski, you can really shut up. That's so juvenile and it's so dismissive of the real issue. And I'm really just bothered by how juvenile this is. That's what you took away from this video? That's all you had to say about this video was that he's in a real dry spell? As if that's even an excuse. Brooklyn, I agree. I wouldn't doubt it at all. He was so comfortable saying all these weird things in front of all these people. I wouldn't doubt it at all. And then, aside from him being a black male, that aside, he has this unassuming look like a lot of serial expirers do. I wouldn't be surprised if he has done this before at all. And here we go, Ken Turner with basically another bull crap. But although he was totally out of pocket with his words, but dude, please. And then you're assuming that all he said was, hello, you look nice. I highly doubt that. And then you're assuming that evoked anger and an attitude from this woman. You don't know what she said to him. She could have simply ignored him and he lost his cool. This has happened to me a gang of times. I can't just like walk away or just stand there and say nothing without them continuously badgering me and often, yes, cussing me out. Don't even try it. You just want to assume these things because you want to lift some of the blame off of him. And I'm sorry, but no, there's nothing in this video that suggests anything that you said happened. Again, same for you. For your viewing pleasure, you're a fucking incel. But, well, we don't know what happened. Okay, well, when the police have target practice on y'all, I don't know what happened either. As far as I know, you spit in his face, cussed out his mama, and pointed a gun at him. That's the narrative I'm gonna go with every time. Because I don't know what happened. I can just assume like you. Snow, spot on. I feel exactly the same way beginning to end of your comment. Absolutely. Okay. About the bystanders just not doing anything and just standing around and watching. Like I said many times, I think that there is a reason behind this. And I think the reason is that Black women engage in far too much male worship, especially when it comes to Black men. You running around here screaming about them being kings, and every time something so-called happens to them, you rush to try to like destroy whoever did something to them, and you keep screaming about how it doesn't matter what they did. Okay, well then, obviously people are going to start to think, well, okay, you like this. This is just the dynamic between Black men and Black women. Those are your kings. This is the way you all interact with each other, and you like that. Because if I intervene and do something to him, put him down like the rabid dog that he's acting like, you're going to come at me with daggers and try to ruin my life for it. And that's what I see. I'm sorry. And honestly, I can't blame someone for seeing things that way or feeling that way, because I probably would too. If I keep seeing a group of men behaving this terribly, and then their counterparts, their women counterparts, consistently defending them, coming after the people who try to put a stop to their bullshit behavior, and then also screaming how they're kings and they're loved and they're this and they're that and they're the only ones for me. Like, why would I intervene in that? It's none of my business at that point. And I also feel like I'm in danger if I intervene. You're going to come after me. You're going to try and have me arrested. You're going to come after my job and everything else. Why would I stand up for you? As far as I know, this is the way you two interact with each other. This is what you like. This is foreplay to you. Peace.